and welcome back to another episode of Catch That. I am naturally Elise, and that is my brother.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we are super excited to have a very special person on the show, and that is the amazing, the beautiful songbird, Miss Carlitta Durand.
Hello. Air Horse.
Yes. So welcome. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. It's going really well. I'm excited about this. I see all the videos you guys post with other people, so I'm looking forward to this. Yeah.
Yes. And for folks who may not know who you are, how about you tell folks a little bit or a lot about yourself?
Okay, like you mentioned before, my name is Carlitta Durand. I am a singer and songwriter from Durham, North Carolina. I've done work with the Foreign Exchange, Little Brother, Ninth Wonder, just so many people. I put out my own music. My last record I put out was in 2020. It's called Kismet Green, and I'm currently about to release another project at the end of this month on the August 27th. So I'm excited.
We're excited too, because
Yeah.
me and JR are big fans. So we're excited for the new music as well.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah. So JR,
Yes.
how about you tell our good cousins what we're going to be talking about today and why you think it's an important thing to talk about?
Well, I'm excited to talk to Carlitta anyway, because y'all know I am a fan of her. Like, I am such a fan. When I heard her on Zoe's Say How You Feel, I was like, who is this girl? Like, who is this girl, going back and forth with Fonte like this? And then when I found out who you were, I was like, from there, I'm a fan. So I think I told you a couple of days ago, like, I'm still on I'll Be Gorgeous When I Die. So, like, I'm still on, like, colors fade, everything, care for you, the other side. So when Be My did anything, anywhere, I was like, and Carlitta's on there. Is she doing the anything off that? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh no. So when I heard it, I was like, oh no, that's not it. I was like, oh, is this the remix? I was like, okay. And she added Be My on there. I was like, I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. But I know Elise knows I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan of all y'all collectively. So to get each of y'all on the show and me to kind of fan out a little bit. So I ain't give you too much because I can go nuts. And Elise will have to kind of be like, let me put it back for a second, but I just want to let you know your music is impact on me, and I'm definitely a fan of you. And God, I love the way you sing. It's just so soothing to me. So I just wanted to tell you that. So it's good to tell you that. So y'all, we will be discussing. Oh, no problem, no problem. So y'all, today we will be discussing TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool. This album is, when you talk about 90s R&B, you cannot not talk about this record. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely going to get into this. We're definitely going to talk about how impactful this album was, all the songs and all that good stuff. But Carlitta, before we even get into anything, how did you even get introduced to TLC?
So this record in particular, I grew up listening to TLC. I actually had a neighbor. She was a little bit older than me, so she listened to TLC, and that's how I got introduced to TLC. But this album, I remember that I received it on tape for my birthday when I turned 10, in 1994. So this was actually my first introduction to like getting my own music when I was 10 years old. And my dad bought me this tape. He brought me a boombox to play it on, and it changed the game for me. That was like the start of my my love for like hip hop and R&B mashed up together. Yeah. So I was really young, but that changed it for me. I remember thinking I want to make music like this one day. So
thank you, TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. All right.
Yeah, so it's definitely a big impact on me as a kid. Yeah.
Mhm, okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think with me, I discovered TLC. I don't know, it was just like ubiquitous. It was just there when I was a teenager, and it was they were so cool, you know.
Yep.
Like they were the girl you wanted to, like you saw the group, you're like, I'm gonna hang out with them. Like they gave you that feeling, that
Exactly.
yeah, like that. Like they were silly, but they were like really cool, and yeah, I was a big TLC fan from the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How about you, Junior?
Oh, well, I got introduced to them by, I guess, for everybody, like Ain't Too Proud to Beg. And I remember seeing the video on Video Soul, and I just remember Left Eye and T-Boz looking familiar. And I was like, I saw them. They went in Pebbles' backyard video. I was like, that's where I know them two from. I ain't know Chili like that, but I knew them. And I was like, oh, okay. And then again, in my age, they're kiddish. They're mad colorful. All the colorfuls are bright. You know what I'm saying? They giving you vibes of BBD. They're giving you vibes of ABC. They're giving you all of that. So I'm into this. I'm like, oh, okay, not even knowing about the condoms or anything, not knowing what any of that means. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because they're very kiddish and fun. And this is around the same time Chris Cross is out.
Yep.
So they're into that, you know what I mean? So I'm a fan of their debut. As you can see, I have it. I love
Yeah.
this debut for real. So with that, I followed them after that, and then they did Get It Up on the Poetic Justice soundtrack. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Which a Prince cover they're gonna do again, that we're
Yep.
gonna get
Time,
into.
the
A
time with the good
time,
time.
right. It's a time cover, right, right. It's a time cover. Sorry. Prince
Yeah.
wrote it, but they did it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So then after that, it was just like, then they did with Sleigh Ride, their cover of Sleigh Ride, which is dope
Dang.
to me. You know what I mean? Like yeah,
Yeah,
you can't
like
help hearing
Jr.
that.
Yeah, because that's so funny. Because I famously am not really a fan of Christmas music, but if it's
Mm-mm.
but I like Christmas music that don't really sound like Christmas music. So I
Yeah.
always love the fact Christmas.
I forgot
Yeah.
all
It's
about
so fun too. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, it had you. Yeah, so it's fun. So then after that, it was just like TLC was in my peripherals. You know what I'm saying? But everybody know my favorite group is SWV though. So
Okay.
they came out around the same time. So it was like them and TLC, and it was always them. But TLC was just always. My mom would always be like, "I want to hang out with them girls. Like
Yeah.
they seem like they fun." You know what I'm saying? So then finally, when this album comes out, so once I heard Creep, I was totally in. So I don't know, when y'all first heard Creep for the first time, when y'all heard it, what did y'all think? Where's your mind after you heard it?
For me, I think hearing Creep, I actually feel like I heard Waterfalls first.
Mm,
But hearing both of those songs, I was just like, I didn't hear anything like that before because I think you're coming out of like the New Jack swing type of sound. So this was a little bit different and it was something that I can really kind of relate to in a way. And I was just like, yo, I was only 10, but I was like, oh, what is this? Like I was
right.
so attracted to it and wanted more. So when I got the tape for my birthday, I was so like, you couldn't tell me nothing. You could not tell me anything. Like I loved that album. So yeah, I love the song.
Yeah, I
The
heard Creep
video
first.
too. Yeah, with the silk pajamas and the dance. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first heard Creep, I went crazy. To this day, I still think Creep is one of the best songs from the 90s. Just period, especially that of a song that like crossed over in a big way. Like I think I think it's one of the best 90s songs.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those songs like you can still play it today, like at the cookout or something. And it's been what's that, 30 years?
Yeah, it's going on 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't, like, 30
I
years.
can't think of it either.
My brain still doesn't process that was 30.
Time is like
Okay.
time is crazy right now. Like,
Yes. And
yeah.
then, you know, for the song to have horns in the beginning, everybody know I'm the horn guy. So just
Okay.
to start it off with that, you know what I'm saying? And dun, 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 dun. And then, you know, T-Boz come in talking the shit because she like, it's me again and I'm back. Like, letting y'all know, like, I'm back in the building. We're back. You know what I'm saying? So, like y'all said, the video was so iconic. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that video being played all over the place. And I'm glad you said that, at least with the song actually crossing over. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it was still us. They didn't compromise none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was still us. It was still street. It was still all of that. And then just to know that they did 3 videos for this joint.
Wow.
And yes, it was 2 videos that they did, but it if you go online, it's out now, and
Okay.
you go and you'll see it gives you the flavor of Ooh on the TLC tip. It
Okay.
wasn't new flavor, so they didn't like it, and they had to do that budget. We know TLC's budget.
Right.
So at the end of the day, they had to do 2 videos before the iconic one we saw,
Okay.
because it was like they said it was so bad because it wouldn't have never gave what you needed. You know, this time the video medium was serious. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So they had to come with the flavor, and just for them to do something simple like that, and them just with the silk pajamas and doing all of that, that just was just imagine. And when I saw the other videos, I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm glad y'all switched this up.
Now I gotta go to watch the other
Oh,
videos.
when you see it, Lita, you gonna look and be like, oh, okay. Like, it's gonna make you be like, nah, son, we got this.
It's so bad.
I mean, the video, the big video that we all know, I mean, I think they did a really good job at kind of transitioning from like the playful, funny, goofy to get into, they still had that playfulness and that goofiness, but they kind of got into their little sexy side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was kind of them reintroducing themselves to the world as, you know, we're not just these fun teenager or whatever, you know, we got a little sexy side to us too. So I definitely appreciate that part of the video. But them still kind of keeping their essence of like the playfulness. I remember I think Left Eye was like doing handstands in the video or something still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that video. Like, it was definitely like, I remember like having sleepovers with friends and us having like our wearing our pajamas the same way. And so, yeah, definitely a
Iconic
huge
of it all.
And another thing I liked about the video, it was just it was like glossy. Yeah, it was like simple, but it was like movie quality camera work and effects.
Yeah.
And so it was just very glossy. Like it was just like they were refined, but like you said, they still had their personalities, but they just had an updated look to them, you know.
Yep.
But they didn't go too far. Like
Exactly.
they didn't try to have them with the condoms, the bag of G's, and then had them in, you know, nothing.
Right.
Like
Yes.
they were sexy, but it was reasonable. It wasn't.
It was still
it wasn't
themselves. Yeah.
right.
I wish they'd be like that today. You know what I'm saying? Because they taking you from there to all the way there on the next project. It's like, yo, let us grow with you. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all said, it was a great transition for real. So to start, this is their single. It blows up, all of this kind of mess. Everybody's loving it. Everybody's trying to creep. Everybody trying to do the dance and all that. So now we get the album.
Yep.
So y'all, we're definitely gonna get into this album. So let's start this off. So we start with the interlude. And all I gotta say is it got me off the break because I'm a Tribe fan. They're my favorite group. So to have Fife come in and do the rhyme that he did off of Oh My God and bring it in, but then he added a little bit more to it, you know, ill T-Boz with the ill haircut and you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. So I was already done, and I was like, yo, that was brilliant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was brilliant to start it off like this. So you already know, like, yo, this is gonna be a hip hop R&B type of record. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I thought it was brilliant. I loved it off the break, and I was like, okay, we got fight, we good. So yeah, I
Yeah.
love the interlude. I love it,
It was
love it.
perfect. It was perfect, especially for them and, you know, the sound that they were creating. And they kind of, there was that bridge between R&B and hip hop and real hip hop, you know, like true, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Look, Alita, I see what you're putting down. I get
yeah.
it.
So that intro, it was everything. And all the intros really, like they all,
Yeah. yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It could have, and it was so crazy. It could have kept for that line because in reality, like Dawn did a couple of interviews with people, and she was like, I felt kind of honored because in reality, he's rapping about another group. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He was like, yo, I used to have a crush on Dawn from In Vogue. So it's like, and you know, the label let them keep it because the label could have been on some other it and been like, well, nah, you gotta take that line out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But they let them keep it in. So Dawn was like, that added her more flavor to the hip hop community to her. She
Yeah.
said so it felt good for her. So I was like, that's dope. They let them keep that verse in there and all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I never thought about it that way, but yeah, I like that they kept it in there.
Yeah, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yep.
Then it gets it to Creep, and then you go into Creep, then which we know that was a single. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We know that was a single.
But you know what? That was
Well,
such. I'm sorry. That's a great first song of a record. Like to come in
yeah,
like that. It made sense. Like even if that kind of smash it was, it made sense for it to be the first song on there. To like, it kind of kicked off the whole mood of the whole album. Really, like
it
Right.
did.
that. Yeah.
I agree. Because again, it's grabbing you. You know what I'm saying? Like right from the intro when his pipe is like, you know what I'm saying? Dun 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 dun. Like it's like, oh, okay, all right, we there. You know what I'm saying? And then for him, then for Dallas to use the Slick Rick, Hey Young World sample, like all of this was right. Like I think me and Alicia talking about it maybe on a live or something. And then she was just like everything was just put in place the right way, and everything was just T-By sounding, you know, great on it. You didn't need Left Eye for no rap or nothing like that because it was already street as it was. So it was like you didn't add any more flair. She just did what she needed to do. You know what I mean? And I think it was
Yeah.
just
I
dope.
think
You know what I mean?
Dallas Austin, he did a great job. He did a really great job. And yeah, he understood the assignment.
right,
Yeah,
right.
like yeah, he's such a dope producer in general. And I feel like he saw the vision for them. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot like I either read or saw something about Left Eye not wanting to do the song Creep
She did. She
because
did.
she was like, I ain't creeping on my man. Like it was something like that. And they were like, you not it's
Mm-hmm.
not we just gotta do the song. So thankfully they did the song. And yeah.
Yeah, because you know, Left Eye was so want to be about the female empowerment and all this, and she like,
Mhm.
I ain't trying to creep on my man, and they like,
Yeah,
yo, like, and that's why Chili did an interview a couple of years ago, and she was like, the song is so good, the video was so fun, it kind of took you away from the lyrics, and you know, with us doing a little dance to it, it took away from what it was about. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was like, that's what we was trying to tell Lisa, but Lisa was like, nah, I ain't feeling that. And she was at the video shoot. You saw that she wanted to put on she wanted to
The
cover her
tape.
mouth through the whole video. And it's like, all right, Lisa, like I'm with you. I get it. Like I get you're kind of like the image part of the group and kind of like the character of the group. But it's
Mhm.
like, girl, nah, you needed this record. Like you
Yeah,
needed it. It
it's a
was
bigger
perfect.
picture. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
which is insane to me with all the things that they sing about. It's like, girl, they probably was like, girl, what is you talking about?
Exactly.
It's like,
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, Jared, what are you talking about? Like, calm down.
Right. We got a song Shock That Monkey and Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Like, come on, Lisa. Like girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're mad about a record Creep, and we're doing a video to kind of take you off of what it is. Like, and you're still, girl.
And the song isn't even really, even though it's about creepy, it's not really sexual. So
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at
Right.
all. Like, Lisa, what was you thinking, girl? Like, I'm glad they did do it. Like Carlitta said, I'm glad that they did do it. They needed it. Oh man, oh man.
And then,
All righty. So we get to Kick Your Game. That's my favorite record. Favorite record on the album. Jermaine Dupri gave them a banger with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like right after Creep, you go into boom, boom, boom. Yes, like it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like they hitting you hard off the break. You know what I'm saying? So this, I think, everything about the bass is kicking ass on this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? LaMarcus? I think that's his name. LaMarcus Jefferson. He done been on everybody's stuff and all the TLC stuff. And the way he's on that bass, like, and then, like, you know what I'm saying? T-Boz leaning against the wall, checking out the scenery. Like, it's so ill. Like, and she's funky on it. You know what I'm saying? So, but Jermaine, like I said in our New Edition episode, at least, he did a little bit of recycling because he gave his beat to a couple of other people. He did. He gave the same beat. Go listen to Escape Can't Hang.
Oh, with the same drums, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same drum. And then he did it for New Editions, tighten it up on Home Again.
You know what?
Yeah.
When I was listening to Kick Your Game, I was like, what song? This is about something we talked about recently, and it was the New Edition cut. Okay.
Yeah.
I kept trying to, but I couldn't.
Because when this came out in 94, and Escape Joint came out in 95. So I'm like, when I got Off the Hook and Can't Hang come on, I said,
He probably like, he had an equation, or he had something that worked, and he was like, why not just do it again?
Right. Keep getting money off the same beat. I ain't mad.
Like, this is my sound. This is what, this is what you're gonna get. But
right.
And you can't be mad at it because our legends and our friends, Mr. Jim Jam and Terry Lewis, they've done the same thing.
Yeah.
And it ain't just drums, it's like the whole thing, just different tempo.
I remember when you did that when we was on a trip in Cali, and we had the playlist coming, and Elise is the playlist because she plays the records or whatever. So we driving, and then Elise was like, "I know y'all hear this," and it was a Jimmy Jam that Can't Stand the Rain, and it was some other beat, and you was like, "I know y'all know they use that for other people," and I was like, "No, not my guys, no," and you was like, yeah, and then you played it, and I was just like, Elise, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
No, it's true. A lot of the producers, it's like, this is their sound, and this is the sound you're gonna get. Like, especially like if you're an artist and you're like, I want my record to sound like this. So they're like, say less. I got something for you, and it sounds like the record they want it to sound like. So it kind of makes sense,
Especially with him being with both groups too. So
you know what? And it's not a dig because you are to spread sound a few places because you don't expect all them records to hit, even if you were great, for people to even. So why not? And then sometimes it's so good that all of them hit,
Yeah.
I think they probably was like, when they got to the New Edition, tighten it up. They said, "Nah, we ain't gonna use that as a single. We gonna keep that. Let's keep that on the album. We already got Kick Your Game that hit for TLC. We got Can't Hang that also hit for Escape. So it's like, all right, enough. Like we ain't gonna throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because the New Edition song is on. It was a single worthy song. So
it was.
So I guess that beat worked. Like it it catches you. But yeah.
But yes, I love Kick Your Game. I love that, then they did a remix to it, but I love when they performed it on the MTV Awards. That classic medley that they did with Kick Your Game and Ain't Too Proud to Beg, and then they went into Creep and then Waterfall. I think that's such an iconic. And so for them to start it off with I've been watching you, I was like, come on, y'all. Like, I remember that performance, remember watching it, and just was like, yo, they doing my joint. It ain't even a single, but okay. Like,
right.
But it wasn't a single yet. So
this record had what, 3 singles or 2? It had Creep, Waterfall, and Red Lights,
Waterfall, Digging on You, which is the next record, and Kick Your
Digging
Game.
on You single too.
Oh yeah, I have video and everything. Yeah. Don't sound the same on the video, but it's a
no.
Well, I'll bring it when we get to it because we almost to it.
Yeah. That's the next song. So Digging on You. So go ahead.
Oh, it is the next song. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Because on the video they open up with the same like horns and drums as the Jay-Z. What's that song? It's Hovey, baby. Those that are. How do I go?
Oh,
what's the song? It's like Hovey, baby. It's from like the Blueprint.
It's from the Blueprint 1, right? Hola, Otito.
No, it's from that double CD.
Oh, Blueprint 2.
No, I'm saying the song is Hovey, baby. It took that same intro.
Gotcha.
On the video they do that intro and then it's like a live performance. It's not an actual live performance, but it looks like it's a live performance.
Yep.
That was the video, and it sounds different from the LP version, slightly to me.
Which I like. I like the LA live mix more than I do the album version. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like, to me, and that's not saying that it's bad, y'all, because I'm not saying Digging on You is a bad song at all. Shout out, what's up, Babyface? I don't want no static. But, it's just like, I felt like the LA mix added an extra swag to it, for real, to me. And like Elise said, it's supposed to be live. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? It's giving you that live performance aspect for real. Right. But you know what I mean? But it's still a smooth joint. You know what I mean? I just love when Chili be like, only you. Like, I love that part. Like, that's the part that I like. I'll be like, all right, Chili, you made it count when it needed to count. So yeah. So
I'm definitely glad that they got together with Babyface. Because Babyface, at the time, like, everything he was touching turned gold. And he's like one of my favorite producers. And I mean, that track is just, it's like more like the smoother ones, you know? And it could kind of just, it has a vibe to it. So I'm glad that they got Babyface on this record.
Yeah. And you know, JR, I would say the difference, what I would compare the difference of the album version to like the video, LA mix, whatever. It's like the difference between regular Fantasy that's from Mariah that's on the album and then the remix. Like, that's the difference, but you still love both of them, but one might edge out the other for you. It's right. Kind of that feel.
Yeah.
On the record, it's a little more it's a little more relaxed.
Yeah. And I guess it needed it after they gave us Creep and Kick the Game. I think we needed to kind of come down a little bit because we were up with the intro, you up with Creep, you up with Kick Your Game. So it's like, all right, let's slow it down a little bit. So I guess, like you said, Carly, it was a good spot to kind of work with Babyface and bring it down a little bit. So I agree with that. I agree with that. Damn, good picks is about Fantasy, the remix and the original version, because it's like, now I listen to the one with ODB for real. I mean, I have to. You know what I'm saying? Even though the joint with Soul and Mariah is cool, but I gotta hear it's Brooklyn in the house. Like, I gotta hear it. I'm sorry.
That's the only way now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same. You come into TLC, the the remix version, and they started off with a hip hop intro.
Yep.
So it's just like,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep. Real. That's real. That's real. But yeah, they could only another hit for them. You know what I'm saying? Like the first 3 songs were singles and it hit. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show you how big this album really was. It sold all of this, and still the singles were big too. You know what I'm saying? This was actually singles used to last, y'all. Like for real. Like singles used to last for months and months until finally it's like, all right, we tired of this. We need another one now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
that was a sweet period of time. Like that time, like you can go platinum, you can go. People were buying albums and records, and videos were big back then. So it was to be an artist back then. Like I always wondered what it would have felt like, because they were really huge. They were huge in everywhere, like in the world. And like you said, like the one single wasn't enough. Like you just, okay, we love this and we want to hear it all the time, but we need another one. So they did a really good job. And like you said, the first 3 records are like bang, bang, bang. Like it's like yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful, but like Timothy just said, beautiful budgets back then, man. Beautiful budgets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think about like albums would be on the charts and in the consciousness of people for years at a time. Cause shoot, I think about Tevin Campbell, where he had like 8 singles off of one album. He had an album. He worked the album for 3 years.
Yeah,
it stayed on the charts.
Yeah.
So that was the good old days.
It wasn't like it because it wasn't like it came out today and we not thinking about it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like,
or it comes out today and people are already calling it a classic. I'm like, how is, you just heard it? It's
math, amen.
Right. Me and Elise always talk about that, yo. When people be like, yo, this joint is classic. Because if people ask us since our platform, they'll be like, y'all think about these albums. And me and Elise actually don't. We just be like, no, we're going to wait and see how long this is going to last. And then the next week, ain't nobody talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, but y'all were ready to call this a classic. You don't call it a classic that you just getting rid of next week. No.
Yeah, like Zoe has a shirt, live with the music. Like, let it marinate. See how it feels to you, you know? But for your, like, make an opinion for yourself and not, oh, well, online they say it's trash. Like, you didn't even hear it.
That part.
Like, listen to full albums and then they want to base their opinion on what they see other people saying about an album or a single or a record, whatever. That irks me. It's like, how do you base your opinion on what somebody else is saying? Like, listen to it yourself, bump it in the car, whatever you got to do in the house, cooking, cleaning. Like, that's what I have to do, you know, but that's just where we're at. Yeah.
And speaking of the case of the fake people, good transition, Carlitta. I like how you did that. Because it's like, you're right. It's like, yo, people listen to music on how other people listen to it now. Like, it's like, no, yo, like, listen to it for yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're missing out on something because you're concerned that other people not listening to it. Screw that. Like, get all that. At least know I'm good for that. I'll play a song over and over and over and over and over. And she'll be like, okay. Stop.
And then also a thing I was trying to say on another certain person podcast when we got the fussing. I was trying to say, because in this environment, everything is like so black and white, like, oh, it's horrible, or it's 5 mics, or it's 5 or nothing. And it's like, it's plenty of songs that are off of records that I don't think the record is a classic, or that I don't even think is that great an album, but it's like 2 or 3 songs that really stand out, and I'm glad that I was able to discover those songs. You know, if I'd listened to somebody, oh, it's whack. You know, if I'd have took that to heart, I would have never discovered these 2 or 3 like masterpiece singles, you know,
Exactly.
songs.
That's so true. Like Gen X, the younger generation, they if you tell them it was whack, they're not even gonna take the time to listen for themselves, which is wild to me. It's like, who are you like? Who are you thinking for? You letting other people think for you.
And
Yeah.
and that's I don't get how to stand. That's how I don't get the stand thing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them don't even listen to their favorite artists. Because if their artist joint ain't good, they'll still be online defending it. And it'd be like, did you listen to this album really in full? Because
Right.
you're on my timeline and I see what you like. You're liking this album, even though you wouldn't like it. That's why I'm like, all right, now you wilding right now. All right,
Yeah.
I see what this is. You're
Yeah.
following everybody else, knowing darn well you don't like it at all. And then maybe 2 months from now, I will never see you talking about this album. So stop.
It's the case of the fake people. I'm telling you.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, this record, Carlitta came in to the Zoom singing this record, and I was like, come on now.
It's like one of those songs that has been in my head since I was a kid. Like I always, I don't know what it is about this one, but it's not particularly my favorite record on the album, but it's something about this song that I always find myself singing, and it is weird, but
it is so catchy because the production is super simple, kind of bare bones, whatever. And so when me and JR were just kind of chatting, he was surprised that I really loved that song.
I was.
And he was like, really? I was like, what, you don't like it? He said, no. I'm just surprised that that's like one of your cuts. I was like, it's so catchy. I like the writing on it. Like, I think it's cool.
It is. It's very minimal. It's kind of just like ding ding beat, and T-Boz is like really. She has like that tone, that not a monotone, but she has like that kind of raspy, deep. She don't be doing a lot with her, but I appreciate that about her. She like stays. She is who she is, and she gonna sing how she gonna sing.
Yeah. And that's also JR was like, you know, you're not coming to her to be no belt or anything, but what she is very skilled at, she has a range and she stays in it and she works that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it ends up sounding so cool, like kind of, it's raspy but still kind of buttery at the same time. Like,
right.
She has that lower register. I love when a woman has like a lower register singing voice.
There's that. Oh man.
I really love it. Yeah.
She talks about that a lot. Because Elisa was like, yeah, you give the high range and all that for the fans and let them go crazy. Like, oh God, you hit it. But she always said it's that low, like the Layla and the Carmen and this. It's like, it's a sweet spot. She loves that. So when you say that, she loves that, y'all. Like,
and like, or like when Brandy, like when she's in her, like if you got a little register in your repertoire, tap into it more if that is a thing, if that's part of your range. Like, it sounds so good.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, this Case of the Fake People is my second favorite song on this album. And it just brings me, it's like the 90s version of Smile in Your Face by the Undisputed Truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it connected me and Mom. You know what I'm saying? Because Mom is like, them lyrics remind me, like when, you know, T-Boz's lyrics, she was like, they smile in your face. And then my mom's like, oh, okay, all right. And so, you know what I'm saying? Because now this is my era. I'm starting to grow up, and Mom's music is now then. So it's a way that we can connect. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is time she's still teaching me these songs, but this was able to connect. And she was like, yeah, these drums are drumming on here. I think that was the first time I ever heard her say drumming. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, my mom is cool. Like
Yes, she is.
Uh, of
Famous
course you
already.
would. Yeah, of course you take it up. Yes, of course.
Ooh.
Of course. And when she said it, I was like, mine, because she like you hear it, boom, boom, boom. Like it's like,
Mhm.
yeah. So the drum is drumming, and like you said, y'all said T-Boz does what she does. And then I just like the harmonies of Chili and Deborah Killings. Like I just love their harmonies in the back while T-Boz is doing what she do. And then you hear like T-Boz, yeah, I'm not T-Boz, Chili, yeah, like doing the little slick little ad-libs with Deborah Killings behind her. I think it was brilliant. And like y'all said, it's so simple. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, at least know when I'm about to be like, for real? Like you like this? And she was like, yes. She was like, yes, I do. But I was just like, it's so simple. And I'm like, Elise is not to be played when it comes to production and stuff. She pays really close attention to stuff and very intricate. So I'm like, this is so simple, but she was like, again, T-Boz glides it right and everything is right about it. So it's no need for the production to be extra. So
Yeah, I agree.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so we get into the Crazy Sexy Cool interlude.
That's the what? Okay, which one?
This is the one where T-Boz is talking.
Okay.
And yeah, this is the one where she talking this the OJ's help me help somebody please sample off
Okay.
of So Full of Love. Shout out to Zoe who came on and talked about this album.
Okay.
And we talked about how the samples, all these samples on that album was all for killing and all this kind of stuff for the rappers. And
Yeah.
finally, this was finally a song that was used where T-Boz is just saying how they're crazy, sexy, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like they can roll with the fellas, they can do all of this, but they still, how she said, whip that thing on you. When she said that, y'all know as an 8-year-old, I'm like, Mommy, what is she talking about? She like nothing, nothing. Like, okay.
Yeah. And this is a puffy cut. P Diddy. Yeah.
Well, Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky. We're gonna say Chucky.
right.
Yeah.
And what I like about it too, it also kind of gives you that West Coast type of flavor too. Because this is the time the West Coast is banging right now. Coming out of this is Snoop, Dre, all of them is owning mainstream right now. And it gives you that flavor, like especially using that OJ sample, but it gave you like that West Coast type of vibe. So again, they're connecting yet again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We connecting that R&B and hip hop. Then they're also connecting kind of that East West there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, I thought it was dope. Dope. People don't even do dope interludes anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, not y'all. Like Foreign Exchange, y'all do, and y'all crew do. So I can get interludes from y'all, but everybody else, nah. Then when you be like happy to hear an interlude, you know what I mean? So yeah.
See, I didn't mind they interludes because I don't really like interludes.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Especially if they talking on it. Now, if it's an interlude where it's kind of like a musical bridge kind of thing, that's fine. Usually with those, I'm like, what? Like that's different. But like when folks are talking and stuff, like I don't usually like that. There's only a few exceptions, and I think the interludes and stuff on Crazy Sexy Cool are cool, but it's a lot of artists that it's just, and this was in the 90s was that time where that's what people were doing, and some of them ain't curl all the way over, but
not the Luther curl.
I understand it. I understand not really liking an interlude just because some like they're talking, because it's like I didn't buy a talking album, you know. I'm ready for the next song, so I understand that completely. Yeah, especially this interlude. It's like, okay, we get it. Like,
all right.
All right, now let's get into the red light special.
I think a leader, right. It's like, all right, it's kind of let's get there. I'm just happy because of the sample. Hey, OJs, how y'all doing? And but other than that, I'm right. I'm ready to get the red light special. Like, let's get into this record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which Babyface blessed them yet again. Like
Sure
Babyface.
did.
Can I say this, y'all? I think Babyface and his wife was getting it in a lot around this time because if you think of
Yeah,
all this,
that's a nasty period of Babyface. It's like
it really
4 years
yes.
where he put out some of the nastiest, and not no subtle, suggestive. No, just like
Yeah,
Yes.
because
You know
this
what
song is like I'm a little kid singing this, and I not even know what I'm talking about.
right.
Take a good look at it now. This might be the last time you.
Jesus, she's singing.
Child, like I'm like, who? What? I don't. I'm just singing along, not even knowing what's going on. Well,
At
what is
all.
the red light? Where? What are we? Where? But I was definitely singing along.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll let you
Anytime
go further if you take the southern route. I was like, you better.
exactly.
I
What? Ooh, what?
right. Like, you go up now when you singing these words back then, and you be like, oh.
Yeah,
And then I would look at my mom now and she'd be like, oh, I knew what you were singing. You didn't, but I wasn't
right.
trying to explain it either. So
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna let you sing along because you don't know. But now it's like,
You don't know.
you know
You
what I
don't
mean?
know
Like
what
y'all
you don't
saying,
know.
don't go too fast, don't go too slow. It's like,
Mm.
oh,
Yep.
oh.
I'm looking at the lyrics now, like, wow,
Yeah, they
wow.
are. They're right.
Right.
Like in today's terms, it's really not really that
It's not that
scandalous,
bad.
but
Right.
then that was spicy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for them,
And
for TLC.
but
Yeah.
again, the video, even though the video was a little, they were at a brothel and all this, but they still made it fun. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? They made it fun. They gave it the TLC swag. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. It had a little sex appeal to it, but it was still TLC that we rocked with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Left there, I came in dressing like a dude. Like she's just like the G of the video. You know what I'm saying? It had all the men and showing their bodies and doing all that, but they were still TLC. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all
Yeah.
that. And Chili, you did what you need to do at this bridge, girl. I
Yep.
must say, I must say, you did what needed to be done. You came to that studio that day in Babyface house and went off because they say he do like serving collard greens and stuff. So maybe she got a good collard green that day.
So stupid. Like, why are you like this?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the songs with like a standout bridge moment from the '90s. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
talk about bridges.
Yeah.
This song need to be talked about.
I think that they had a perfect balance on that song, because usually it's T-Boz kind of carries every song, but Chili, she always sprinkles her little magic in there and makes
Yeah.
the song what it is. And so I do appreciate that part. Yeah.
And then the guitar on this, man. Like that. Oh, y'all know that Alicia's learning guitar, right? Like, yes. Yes, I say that every because she's learning, and I call her Billy, the IE, and then I add Phil Withers. So I'm like, Billy Withers, come on, somebody. Like, so she every time I can talk about a guitar, I can say it to her because she loves guitars.
Mhm.
And this here, they could have had my man Dwight in the video. You know what I'm saying? Dwight was the one that really played the guitar on there, but they had another dude in the joint. He could have been dancing in there with Chili at the guitar
Yeah.
part, but you know, it was what it was. But this video brings me back to the time where it was video music programming. Like
Yes.
it was so many shows we had because I would always see this on BET, VH1, MTV. Like it was different, the box. Like
The box.
it was, yes, like all that time. Like you can see these videos on. So anytime I see this video, like I'm on YouTube and it just auto plays or whatever, and it comes on, it brings me back to that space
Yeah.
where I was like, y'all, we had so many video music programs on that we were just so full with them. You know what I'm saying? So it was just I do dig this video though. I do. I like it because it brings me back to the nostalgia for real, for real.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is it my favorite song on the record? Might be my favorite.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wouldn't even count Creep because I think that's just like canon. Like that's just so
you know how you do that? Thing. You do that with Marvin. You know how you did it? You be like, what's going on and let's get it on. Like, no, they're up there. Like
they're otherworldly. They're their own little thing. Like when I talk about favorite, like Marvin album, I don't even say those because that's like it feels understood. Like
the obvious. Yeah.
Right.
Like that's everybody's that's the world's favorite Marvin album. Let's talk about the other ones too, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, so I figured the next song would be your favorite, Elise.
What?
Waterfalls.
Beautiful production. Beautiful production.
That's what we going, beautiful production.
That's Organized Noise, right?
Yes. Organized Noise did this one. Yeah. They did this one. This is their signature record, but the production is good. R.I.P. to Rico Wade, for real. R.I.P. to him. But this was the song that I don't ever gotta hear again. I'm sorry.
Is it because it got played out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. I heard this all over the place. I was just like, I heard it on this stage because I liked it when I first heard it. I was like, okay, I got it. You know what I mean? This is when you get the album. So you like, all right, do.
It was more like their TRL, like their MTV.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Catered to.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because once MTV and them grab it, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's done. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did with Boys to Men. They grabbed them and it became theirs. You know what I mean? And this song was the song that did it. You know what I'm saying? Even though Creep crossed over and it was a #1 record and all that, but it was this. Oh, they got this and they can't. This is where they got to perform. I just can't hear it anymore. I'm just like, like
it's definitely one of them like karaoke. Just it's kind of And it's a great song though. Like the production
top notch.
Production is wild, crazy. Like it's just it's a great song, but like y'all said, it's you don't have to keep playing it.
You feel me? Like no, like oh my God.
Yeah, my thing with the song, I think production wise, even the singing is fine to me. It just feels so heavy-handed, ham-fisted. The lyrics to it, not the chorus. I first came out. I like the chorus. It's just the verses. It was just so like preachy and you could do a message without like it. So that was my thing with it. But I love the chorus. I don't have to hear it now, like y'all said, like the oversaturation of it. But the verses, I would just be like the whole time, like.
It was. I mean, when it first came out, like I didn't really understand what the message was as a kid. Like, don't go chasing waterfalls, and like, what does that mean exactly? So it kind of took me a minute to really understand what the song was about, what the verses were about, because they didn't say like, hey, they weren't saying exactly what they were trying to say. They kind of were singing in like code, not really code, but I didn't know till later that the dude died from AIDS. That's basically, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Let us took until its final resting place.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the song up and down now, you know. That was like the chorus, and to this day, I still say, you know, in my vernacular, I'm like, I stick to the livers and lakes that you used to, like that's a it's in my vocab, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out CeeLo singing on the chorus. So, yeah, CeeLo and Deborah and Chili and they're on the chorus. So, and I mean, and T-Boz. So everybody's on the chorus for real. But like you said, like you said, Carlitta, it's really a karaoke record. Like you're gonna get to the chorus and everybody's gonna sing along. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be a nobody that does not sing this song. So, like you said, it's good. It's just the oversaturation for me. I was just like, all right,
which
I've
is not
had
their
enough.
fault, but it just happened.
It's right. I mean, I would be like, it got TLC more money, but we know it didn't.
No, I didn't.
Unfortunately, like you would be like, yeah, we have.
Well, you know that video is one of the most expensive videos at that time to be made.
Yeah. Oh, baby, T-Boz let you know that too, because she said yes. For video of the year, we beat out Michael and Janet for Scream. So so T-Boz is like, that was an honor for us. You know what I'm saying? Be an expensive video, and then to beat out Michael and Janet, like that's a big deal.
Or did they have a behind the video of that on VH1?
They did.
Yeah. Okay.
They did.
I feel like I remember watching it. Okay.
Yeah, it was like everywhere. It was like on Entertainment Tonight. They had some stuff. Like it was behind the scenes of everything. Because this is F. Gray, right? Yeah, he did it. Yes. He did it. The one that did Friday. So mind you, Friday is out then. So they putting coverage on him. Then their album is huge. So again, it's just the timing of everything. The girls out of here. But Waterfalls, as much as we don't go chase them, I don't need to hear it. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, you know, dances and stuff, but it's like that just showed you it still have an impact on us, even though it's like, all right, I don't gotta hear it, but we know that then you see Elise sound like T-Boz, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I ain't finna do it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So we get to the next interlude, which is nothing. It's just, I think it's just getting you ready for side B.
Yeah.
For real.
Tone it down.
Y'all know you had to, if you had the cassette, it's time to flip it. Because that's what we had. They ain't had the CD, I had the cassette. So it's time to flip it over.
Yeah.
And get to Let's Do It Again.
Yeah. I usually skip this one. I'm not gonna. I don't skip it, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. You know, if we keep it real, yeah.
This okay. So this song, and I just thought about this today. The production, it sounds like the music that they play on the outros on Moesha in between when it's about to go to commercial.
Yeah.
Or when she's writing
writing her diary. Oh no. Oh. You're right.
And thinking about it. Elise, wow.
That's
What a good segue, sis, because shout out to our sister Chastity for interviewing the dude. She's a Brandy lover, so it was smart. And she interviewed John that actually produced this record with Babyface. So
okay,
shout out to,
I'm trying to see who produced this.
Yeah, John and Babyface produced it, and Chastity got to interview him for this record. To me, I thought I'm cool with the song. I mean,
it's not a bad song, but there's other songs that I enjoy more.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's just I thought Chili actually sounded good on it for me.
No, I did too. That's the one I said.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it was somebody else.
But it did sound like Moesha. But
yeah, I thought it was somebody else that said it because they went
every
in.
time I hear it, I would hear Moesha.
Yes, right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It was somebody else that was that I was talking to on Twitter about this record, and they was just like they was giving Chili like fever. for real, like
Yeah.
for real. And I was like, I think she's fine on it because I think this is kind of like a straight R&B record, for be honest with you. So it's just like this is Chili's niche. You know what I'm saying? Because I like how they said, like, you know, Left Eye's the rapper, obviously, and T-Boz brings the funk. So
Yeah.
when you want straight R&B, you go to her, and I feel like you got that type of record. And I think Chili kind of shines on this to me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's kind of a precursor for me to come on down on fan mail for me. So I thought she sounded great on it vocally anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think so too. I just saying like this is probably one of the records that was my least favorite.
Okay.
Not saying I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I love her singing. But yeah, this is just I think that interlude going into that, I c- I like to get to the next one after that. If I was your girlfriend, so
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
You know
Okay.
what? I would probably no. Let's do it again as a song that I like. I probably like it more if it was just if it. I mean, sped up just a teach,
okay, yeah.
like just
Okay.
ever so slightly, not even super fast, but just
I
the,
think that's what
there's a
I
dragginess to it that kind of takes me out of it a little bit, but I do like it.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Kind of turn it up just a little bit. Give it a
But just a
little bit
little
of a
bit.
more of a groove. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could dig that. I could dig that at least.
but
Very
I
dope.
see what they did. You know, they're slowing it down after that middle interlude, and they're going to side B where things kind of slow down a little bit. So it makes sense, like sonically or the way they have everything set up. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
So
I will say I do think this album is sequenced very well
yes,
agreed. Agreed.
yep,
for sure.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Because again, like at first, like when I was talking about digging on you, and I was just like, well, wait a minute. We got hard the first three joints, like even including the interlude. So we need to come down a little bit. And you know, they brought us back up with the case of the fake people, but the production isn't it. It's thumping, but it isn't as what Creep and you know what I'm saying, Kick Your Game was. You know what I mean? So it
yeah.
was smart. So yeah, I think this is sequenced very well. So we get to If I Were Your Girlfriend.
What y'all think? I appreciate it. I feel like if Prince lets you do a cover his song, like definitely back then you gotta respect it because he wasn't letting nobody could do no covers of a Prince song back then
Yeah.
like that. It was not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he believed in them enough to say it. Y'all, because I feel like
Right.
Prince is the type of person he's not gonna like if you're not singing right or if he don't really mess with you like that, it's gonna be obvious. Um, but I really and I was born in Minneapolis in Minnesota, so I'm a big Prince fan. So that hearing that and it was like my generation of like a Prince flip, and so
And it's just the fact, like I said, he gave them rights to get it up. So it was like obviously it was like, all right, y'all gonna use one of my quote unquote because it's the time record, but
mhm.
you know, you're like, all right, y'all gonna do mine. I,
But it's not Prince.
right. And maybe that's why for me, I'm like, this is one of the songs I'm like, this is my skip.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my skip. I'll be like, doom, doom, doom. And it's one of my favorite Prince records. That's the problem. So maybe I'm giving it that extra fever because it's one of my favorite Prince records.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
I mean, if you're a true Prince fan, then I get exactly what you're saying. Because
okay, yeah. Because when I heard it,
because
doom,
you
doom, I
can't
was like,
do
oh,
Prince. You can't do Prince. Like they did it
yeah,
their own way, and
yeah.
I think I respect the fact that he let them cover
He
their
let him
song.
rock.
You know what I'm saying? So he believes
Yeah.
in them enough, but there's nothing like the original. Nothing.
No. And
Nothing.
then not is because what not too long after this or before this is when Genuine did the Doves Cry. I just don't enjoy those covers. I do not enjoy them.
I
And they're
get it.
all from artists just like
I
even
think
with
the
the
one
D'Angelo, She's Always on My Hair, even though I like it, it's still we talked about it on the show. I didn't get excited about it. Like it was
Yeah, you
I
did.
don't
Yeah.
know what it is. It just happened a lot and because there's a few other people that did, Prince thing.
Mariah did
Mariah, Beautiful Ones.
yeah, Beautiful Ones, yep.
I I loved it. I think her and Drew Hill did I to me. Like I thought they did I to me. Like what I'm saying, Cisco brought that church to it. You know what I'm saying? Like so I was like, all right, I can rock with this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. But like if you're gonna do a Prince song, it just I don't know. You gotta
make it
you
your
gotta
own.
already know that you're not gonna do it better than Prince. It's like
Right.
this is just your version of it. So.
Right.
And see, I love Get It Up so much. When TLC did Get It Up, like that's a peak. That's way high up in my TLC love. And but they made it their own. Like they did some stuff that made it their own. And I don't know. This just feels like karaoke to me. This song.
And then it hurt because this is Chucky produced this.
And they don't even sound bad. It just don't connect to me. They
Maybe
don't sound bad.
Me too. I agree. It just didn't connect.
To it. You don't sound bad at all.
Yeah.
I just like I always find a part, even in a song I don't like, I find something. And I just like when they just will you run to me? Like that's it.
That is the standout part. I agree with you on that. Like that does sound really cool.
Yes, like because they all sound in unison with each other, and it's the harmonies of it all. Like I was like, okay, I can rock with it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
part
cool.
do sound cool. Yeah. I like that.
Well, that's my part,
but you know what? I don't skip it. I never skip it. Like
really?
it's redeeming enough. It's not a skip for me. It's not a skip. I'm gonna skip Waterfalls, but I'm not gonna skip If I Was Your Girlfriend. I'm gonna I guess If I Was Your Girlfriend, it doesn't offend me. I'm not like, oh my god, they're butchering Prince's masterpiece. No, it's not that. It's not that serious. It's just kind of a.
Yeah.
I feel nothing. That's your.
Yeah,
I feel nothing.
Either way, I don't feel it. It doesn't bother me enough to be like, oh my god, I can't live. Like, not at all. Not
right.
Same.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe I must be ready to hear the next interlude because I find it so hilarious. I find it so funny.
The toilet pepper. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. This is the sexy interlude with Chili and Sean, and they're going back and forth, and then it's the TLC vibe at the end when she was like, "I want to pass me some tissue so I can wipe my ass." Like, right, and he laughed, and it's funny, and again, that's the vibe of TLC. It's fun, you know what I mean? Even though it was doing all that moaning and all that in the beginning, but at the end, it was funny. That's them. So I always laugh at that. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a reminder, like we still TLC.
Yes.
Even though we got these slow jams.
And we're grown women now. You know what I mean? We're still us. And I think that interlude definitely makes it that way. You know what I mean? So yeah. I like the interlude. And then coming in to Take Our Time. Okay, I like this record. I think Chili did her good singing on this to me.
I forgot what this one sounds like.
Let's take your time. That ain't helping nothing because I had many talents, but singing is not.
Okay, I like this one. I think I like the beat.
Yes. Yeah.
Synthesizer.
Damn it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the keys. Shout out to Tim from Tim and Bob playing on the keys.
Mm-hmm.
And Deborah Killers actually wrote this record. Her and Arnold Hennings, the one that wrote Angel for Monica on her debut, you know, when Monica was 13, sounding like a 30-year-old woman.
Went to the city.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She worked down to the rest of the deeds.
Right. Right. So yeah, I think this is just a straight R&B. They just let Chili just shine. Chili got to have a record for herself. Because just like you said, Carlitta, in the beginning of the show, you like T-Boz kind of carried it. You know what I mean? She was kind of the front of the group.
Yeah.
And they let Chili have her time on Take Our Time. So again, you know, so yeah, I dig this record for real. So this is a great record for me. No, Elise.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm not.
I'm waiting because remember we talked, and you know how we talk for the show, and we be like, we got like 2 or 3 songs that we don't like. So it's like I'm waiting, I'm like, when we gonna get to it? Like,
Which one she's not?
Yeah, like.
But you were the main one. You see, it's different once you really get to talk about it. You realize, oh, maybe I don't dislike this in the way that I thought I did. Like there is a lot of redeeming things just from talking about it.
Oh, right, you're right.
Because you was like, I don't like 4, 5 songs with it. I ain't heard it yet.
Well, that's true. Well, Waterfalls, we both agreed. We was like, yeah, we just ain't gotta hear that no more. And then Digging on You, I was like, I like the remix better, but the way we said it's not a bad song, you know what I mean? And If I Was Your Girlfriend, I said I skipped. So that was that. So that was my 3. We got one more, but yeah.
Okay. No,
yeah.
I like Take Our Time. No, remember when I first hit you up, I was like, it's really only 2 songs that I really like this album. I've been standing on how much I love this album. You'd be like, I guess, for years. This album. Don't do that.
How did it get on me? How did I get in it?
No, this is an album that I love. So.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So we had another interlude, y'all.
That's Buster.
Buster, yes, the interlude king for real. You know what I mean? Like he done did so many people interlude. Hey Barry, yep, and with you know what I'm saying, interlude talk and all of that. And I think it's funny, Left Eye's in the background giving her ad-libs behind him. I think that's funny. Again, giving you the vibe of TLC. You know what I mean? So I think this is the last interlude, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. All right. So yeah, then after that, then boom, we going to switch.
Don't take
no mess from nobody. That's my part too.
That's my cut. I love that song.
I love this record, dog. Like it kind of takes me back to when I heard This Is How It Should Be Done on their debut. Because of the sample that they used on that, and then they used Mr. Big Stuff on this. So I'm like, oh, we're getting to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we're
this one. Who's the producer?
Oh, this was JD.
Oh, this is JD.
Mm-hmm. This is JD. He did this, and Tory Lane's on the background. Not Tory Lane. Oh my God. Trey Lorenz. Oh.
You better learn top right.
I know that came out wrong, y'all. Scratch that. That never happened. Men in Black. Boom.
Yeah, that was honestly like this song coming sequence wise, like it kind of like that period between Red Light Special all the way down into Take Our Time, and then when you hit switch, it's like boom, we back. Like they hit you back with like another like more upbeat song. So I'm trying to decide if I mean I like the song, but I like the song.
Yeah. And part of what
Because sometimes it feels like they just threw it in there, you know, as far as sequencing, like
yeah,
I can understand.
yeah, that's how I like to sequence it, but that should have probably been in another spot.
I feel like that could have came after Case of the Fake People
That would have fit.
Oh,
because it kind of makes more sense, like as far as uh, I don't know.
right, because it could have came before Red Light Special. Because I mean, then that's when maybe you could throw that interlude in there and have Red Light Special. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can dig
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I will say about Switch, it is the most ooh on a TLC tip sounding song on this record to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah.
And Case of the Fake People, like those are giving you like the familiarity. As Jared's like, they give you something familiar from the first record.
You're
And
gonna say this every episode. I get it.
I am.
Yes, I think I said that on like the first like 5-6 episodes, right? Of Catch That, and I'm like, so now since you taking it over, I got it. I got it. I got it.
I'm reclaiming it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, I love it. It's fun, whatever, you know what I mean? And I could have ended the album after this for me.
Oh, you don't like something wicked?
As much as I get the message, I'm here for the message, all that. I am not a
You
fan
don't
of
like
this song.
Andre 3000 on it?
Oh, again, like I'm a fan. I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of the message. I'm a fan of all of it. But this is a song that I like. After Switch, the album is
Yeah.
over for me. I'm
Okay.
I'm done. You know what I mean? And I guess this was their Waterfalls Part 2. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like as far as the message goes. So it's like, all right, even though Andre's spitting, you know what I mean? Like I ain't even taking that away. So y'all, nah, don't come for me because I ain't coming for Andre. I see how y'all is, even though y'all ain't digging him playing the flute. But anyway,
You're so aggressive.
Oh Lord.
I mean, hey, but they like, you know what I'm saying? We digging him as an MC because he's spitting on this record for real. Like, I'm in for it. But for me, I was just like, I was done after Switch. I was like, all right, this song, all right, it's cool, but I'm good with
Yeah,
it. But
I respect
Yeah.
it. I like
I
it.
like it sonically.
Yeah.
The like the guitar and that kind of gritty, thick. I don't know. It. I don't necessarily love the
I think I
lyrics.
do like it more because Andre 3000 is on it. Like I like how he comes in. So
mm,
yeah.
Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I love his part, but I like it like production wise. I just don't love it lyrically.
Hmm. Like you said,
Like I
it's
kind of
like
check out of the lyrics.
Waterfall Part 2. Like okay,
right, Waterfall
I get it.
Part
That
2.
makes
She ain't digging it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
sense.
Like I'm not digging on you lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I do. That's the part that I like about it. I like the rap part.
Hip hop girl. She's just straight hip hop. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Mm, mm.
Understand the weight of the world today. Yeah.
All right, she's gonna make me now like it. You see what I'm saying? Like she like nah. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I like it though. I like it. I guess it does close the album as far
and
as like we're gonna leave you with this last little message.
I
Um,
said that. I said that.
yeah, so
I get it. I get it. That's why I was like, I get it. They want to leave you on a powerful note.
You
You know
know.
what I mean? Let's do that.
And that's how they ended 90s. It was either some empowerment song or a gospel cover or gospel song at
Huh.
the end of a 90s
For
R&B
real.
album.
Yep.
For real.
That's how it ended. That's right.
And it
That's
would
right.
pray or I appreciate or something like that. Yeah.
Mm.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd have thought in that case they'd have made Waterfalls the last song.
Right.
But no, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Carlita, with you being singer-songwriter, has how this album like affected your artistry in any way or just how you
Yeah.
listen to things or
Oh,
had any impact?
like I said, like this was the album that changed my life pretty much. Because this was the time, I was kind of figuring out the sound that I liked at that time when I first got this tape. Um, and even like the lyricism on it, it's not like your average, the love songs aren't really average. The more um even the popular songs like Waterfalls, like the way they write stuff was not like your average writer. And so it definitely changed it for me. I think I actually started writing after I got this album.
Wow.
I have some of my stuff that I wrote back then. And it's crazy, like so I got I got this tape and I got like a tape player, a boombox at the same time for my birthday. And and it was two tape players, so you can record and it had like a mic that came on it. So I would
Yes.
record
Oh.
my own songs back then. So this was definitely like a staple in my career, and I felt like I kind of it made sense to me that this is what I wanted to do at that young age. So I was definitely into it, and this album along with Missy's album kind of changed the game for me. The Missy Misdemeanor Super Duper Fly, that album. So
Mhm.
Another one Zoe came and talked about.
yeah, I was
When
gonna
we
talk
was
about that one first, but I was going on looking on the list of all albums that were already talked about, and I was like, there you
yes.
go, you took mine.
He done took a few that people want to come and do.
It did. It did.
Because that album, this album, these are two out. This album, Mariah Carey's Butterfly album, and the Missy album. Those three albums kind of molded me, shaped my career and how I wanted to write music, and so yeah.
Yes. Well, now we have come to my favorite part of the show. And today it's going to be a word song association. And I'm going to give you a song, some different songs. They're all going to be from women, groups or solo, from 1994, that were charting in 1994. And you just tell me the first word, thought, memory, just whatever pops in your head first when
Okay.
you think of that song.
I'm nervous.
All
Okay.
right. It's okay. It's okay. And we gonna help you.
Yeah.
We got you, boo.
All right.
Like my friend Keith, our very first guest, he's like, he said, I ain't gonna let y'all fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
As it's
Yes.
all around. All right. All right. So we have ooh, where do I want to start? Uh Janet Jackson, anytime, any place.
Amazing. I still run that record to this day. That's a sexy ass song.
It is. It's timeless. It doesn't sound when I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a 90s song. I'm just like, no, that's a song
Mhm.
that happened.
Song.
It's
Yeah.
Janet for me, so it don't matter.
Amazing. That's one of my favorite Janet songs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely up there for me for sure.
Yeah.
And that was
Alright.
94. Okay.
All right. We have Brandy. I wanna be down.
Mm. That makes me think about that makes me think about how okay, let me see. That song brings me back to a carelessness of being a kid and just yeah, I think about where I was during that time, and I remember just being a kid and having friends and learning new things, going to birthday parties, stuff like
Yeah,
that. That I was just listening to that song the other day. It's just one of them. It's one of them songs.
for sure.
Yes.
All right.
I wanna be down. The remix.
Yeah, you bet. Oh, Chassie's gonna love this part.
And Brandy. I know y'all have people in here talking about Brandy. She's definitely another.
Darian. Darian
Okay.
talked about B7.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is one of the most epic, longest conversations we ever had on the show.
Oh
Oh
man,
wow.
we had
But it was
yeah,
so
she had to
good.
break it up. Yeah, it
Like
was so
everything
good.
we went deep,
Yeah.
Mhm.
everything. So that was a good
Cause
time.
because it inspired him to come back. He
Mhm.
said that album did it for him. So for him to impact him so much, Darian was just we was going deep. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
It
it was
was
really, really good.
like a
Really,
therapy
really good.
session, honestly,
That's good.
for everybody.
Good.
All right. We have Janae sending my love
Banger.
to you.
Love to you. Yeah. That's another one of them, like you could just play it now. It's just
Yeah,
timeless, you know? It's just it's a really good song.
yeah, it's one of those like perfect songs for me. Like it's no notes.
Uh-huh. With the kiss, sending my love. Yeah.
All right. We have Mariah Carey. Anytime you need a friend.
I
Hmm?
I I I didn't really get into that one. I
Okay.
think I did.
That's okay. That's
That is all right.
you know what? I like when people say that instead of just giving it like oh, it's cool. It's be like, you know what? I'm not familiar, or that wasn't really my thing. I respect. I wish people had conversations and not be scared to say I don't know or I didn't listen to that or it's not my thing. I,
Mhm.
I appreciate that way more.
No, I love Mariah. Like she's one of her that Butterfly album is one of my staple albums as far as like
You
who
said
I
great.
was listening to and impact my career. She's definitely one of them.
I'm so happy I got that joint on vinyl. To hear that Butterfly album sounds amazing on vinyl.
Oh wow.
Yes, I got it maybe 3 years ago. I saw the 20th anniversary. They had it. I was like, let me grab this joint. I was like, whoa, let me get it. So I copped it and
I
oh
mean, I
God,
still have my CD, the original CD. So
oh wow.
yeah, so yeah.
Mm.
I got mad CDs. Do you guys still have CDs?
I do.
Okay.
I'm at there at my mama house. Yeah,
I
she
got
keeps
some
us.
behind
She
me,
keeps
and I
them.
got a big book of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. And the last but not least song, Brownstone, If You Love Me.
That's a great song too.
Say it, show it, prove it.
If you love me. Yeah.
That's also another song when I hear it doesn't feel of a particular time. It's just a song. Like it
Mhm.
doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel dated. It doesn't, it's everlasting.
Yeah.
Yes. But we thank you for hanging out with us today.
Yes.
Thank you. This was
Awesome.
fun. I love that you guys do this, honestly. I really do. It's it brought me back to different places, and I really truly appreciate people who appreciate music. So thank y'all.
Oh yeah, and then I got to fan out a little bit. I ain't give you too much, Carlitta. I didn't want to scare you. I didn't want to be like, nah, wait a minute, hold up. That's why it's
You
like
good? Because what I saw you guys, I'd be a little fanned out because I'm like, aren't they? They're the ones that be doing the like so kind of mutual.
and see at least know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like she's already like she know y'all. So when I'm introduced to y'all, I'm like, these are people that I listen to, and I'm actually having a conversation with them. Like it's dope. And then at least just let me have it because oh God, when Zoe came on, uh,
And
the first time he came on.
it didn't really freak me out because like so that's like my friend, like not just somebody like that's my people. And so and I forget that John had never met him or anything, and so he was just like going crazy. And I was like, what are you doing?
Well, good thing always he's good people.
He
he's not,
is.
right,
Oh man.
He'll meet you right there. He's not gonna be like, yo, you need to chill out. Like he
is like he let me have it. Like if you see it, you because we did Friends and he just smiling like he like okay. And like I was like I'm a fan, and then to see all of y'all in North Carolina, that was a moment for me. Like I was just like, oh my God, I could just see it was like y'all were coming through the door one by one, and I was just like, there go Carlitta. Oh God, there go Fonte. Oh, there go Darian. Oh God, there like I just.
Oh, this time around, you're gonna be a lot more calmer and
right, because I'm already right.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah, like I done had a good conversation with y'all. Like it's like this now, so it's like whatever, you know what I mean? I think the funniest when I saw Fonte, and Fonte was like, "Jr, come in." I was like, "Oh God, he know me." Elise was just looking at me like, "Oh my God!" Like, so she knew, like when she came on here, she was just like, because she, you know, at least gotta talk to me before we start the episode. Be like, okay, all right. So she was like, she was like, she's coming on, be easy. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna be chill. I ain't gonna be aggressive with her. I'm gonna chill. And so I kept it cool. Like I was like, I like your music, even though inside I'm like, ah! I'm sorry. So that's yeah. I'm sorry. So yeah. I kept it cool, y'all. I kept it cool.
You are good. You did.
You done good, brother.
Thanks, sis. Thanks.
So before we head out of here, anything you like to tell folks about your new project coming out, or how they can find it, or just whatever you want to say. The floor is yours.
Okay.
Yes.
New EP that is coming out. It is called Make Me Stay. It is coming out August 27th. It is all produced by DC-based group Anakin and Vader. They produce anything on Be My Fiasco's album. Or
anywhere. Yeah.
I'm sorry. And it's a 6-song EP. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait for it to get out there. It's basically about a summer fling. So something that happens really fast and ends really fast. August 27th, and y'all know Foreign Exchange is coming. They are just coming.
Listen, it's like Jesus Christ. Right. Like it's just like, oh, woo, it's like everybody coming. I'm loving it. I'm loving this right now. Like,
yeah. Me too. I'm excited. This is actually
because what you did on Follow, you and Fonte on Follow. I just talked. You see, I talked about it.
Yeah,
love it. I love that record. Yeah. Like I was just like, oh, and our crew that Neltron and Sin and all and Timogen. I remember telling them, I was like, listen to this record. I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the show, and they was like, okay. I was like, yo, I love this record. How you and Fonte sound, man.
Yeah,
Man, all
thank
right, yeah, I'm getting to fan mode. Let me
you.
we at the end. Go ahead, Elise.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, of course, we thank Carlita for hanging out with us, and we thank all our viewers, especially those in the live chat. It's always lit up in there. Sometimes a little too lit, but that's how I like it. And yes, we are really, really digging on y'all, and don't, please don't switch on us and become fake people. Stick with us. We love y'all. And we hope, let's do it again on the next Catch That. Peace.
Peace.
That was cute. I like that what
Oh,
you did there.
dang.